All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Good Morning Xbox. I'm your host, Axel1324,
I'm Eternal Shaddai.
and today, guys, we have a very special guest joining us today, none other than Fastback. Woo, Fastback, what's going
Woo!
on, buddy?
Slow
Yo,
back.
Slow
what's
back.
going on? It felt like forever, like a year or so. Probably has been since I've been on the podcast.
Yeah, used to be part of an LG for a long time. I can see it still on
Yeah,
your wall up there.
yeah,
And then you were on Retro Renegades for a while, and then you kind of went absent from the podcast scene.
yeah. I mean, life gets busy.
Hmm.
Family and work and so on. So I'm a morning person. So like, you asked me to come on here at 8 in the morning. That's easy for me. Family's still asleep. I don't have no obligations on Sunday morning. So this is easy for me. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, it would be easier for you because your young children, they stay up late and they like to sleep in late, right?
Yes, she doesn't like to go to bed early. That's for sure.
They never do. I mean, I never did. I know when I was young, I would be like, nah, I can sleep when I'm dead. Sleep is for the weak. Now that I'm older, I'm like, I'm going to bed. I don't care.
Yeah. I remember growing up, we've had some overnight gaming, until the sun came up and stuff like that. So then mom gets up. What are y'all doing?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so another week has passed us by, so I'll let Shaddai go first on this one. Shaddai, what have you been playing, buddy?
Well, I've been playing. Let me see. I finished Xenoblade Chronicles. Then I'm playing Ease, and now I'm still working on Expedition 33.
Wait, go back. You finished Xenoblade Chronicles, like the very first one?
Yeah, the very first one, Definitive Edition.
Wait, Xenoblade. Now I want to make sure.
Okay.
Chronicles, not Chronicles X, right?
No.
Okay, okay. Sorry.
Chronicles.
Got it.
That's the very first one.
Yeah, that's
Then,
great.
then I be Luigi's Mansion 2 HD.
Mm.
Then I'm working on Ease, the Oath of Falgana, which I
Mhm.
had on the PSP. And yesterday I was streaming for 5 hours since we were talking about staying up late. I was very hyped for Expedition 33, so I kept playing that. So I have like 52 hours of that game.
Nice.
That game is something else. I mean,
Everyone talks so
and
good
so
about it. It's the year of the backlog, but I'm afraid I might have to make it the freaking current year because everybody. I feel like I'm missing out if I don't play that game.
no,
Oh, man.
you feel like you playing a lot of games just mesh into one,
Mm.
and so you're playing like every like. In one of the articles said that it has a mix of Devil May Cry, Elden Ring, Lost Odyssey. Yes, it does. It's a mess of everything, and you're like, not for nothing, but I like this. I like this, so I'm still working on it. Then after that, after I'm done with that, um, I am thinking of going for Oblivion because I never play Oblivion.
Hmm.
So let's see how it goes. But for right now, Expedition 33 and the Oath of Elgana between those two.
Nice. All right. Well, Fastback, man, what have you been playing lately?
So not too long ago, I remember telling you on the chat a couple of weeks ago. I
Mhm.
finished Sniper Elite Resistance.
Yeah.
I love those games. I don't know why I didn't play them when they first came out, and then finally, I think maybe the third one, I started getting
Mhm.
into it, and I love it. And it's funny. I put it on medium. I always play all my games on medium. And I feel like this one was way too easy on medium. It's like, man, these Nazis are dumb. They're just lining up in front of my shot. So, but yeah, I love that. And then I like to multitask a lot of games. Like you said, our backlog is forever. I'm gonna have I have no problem playing games when I retire. So,
Hmm.
I've been playing Dredge. That's a
Oh,
indie
Yeah, the
game.
indie game Dredge.
I
and I
love
have
that
that.
game.
And I
I'm
have that game.
Isn't it like a
I,
fishing game or something?
yeah. It's a fishing game like RPG,
Oh.
and so you're all these islands and you're out there and about, and there's a story there, but there's also a dark side to it. So if
Mm.
you're out fishing at night, there's like these dark creatures, and they can hit your fish, your boat, and so it could damage things in your boat, or like if you just caught a nice fish, you can end up losing the fish, because
Hmm.
the damage from the creatures.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm hooked on that. I downloaded the Precinct. That's that one where you play as a cop.
Yeah,
And that's cool. I started playing that yesterday for the first
that
time.
one is addicting.
It is. It's cool to just walk around and give people tickets. People are littering. They're littering. Stop them, give a ticket. And then you can follow behind people and you can see their speed. And if you want to be a prick, and they're like only going 1 mile over the speed limit, you can stop and give them tickets. So that's cool. Yeah.
So you're a law enforcement simulator.
Yeah, and this one, the look of it, it's like a modern version of like GTA 1 and 2, where it had the top down look. So it's cool. And there's just so many other games. Like I still want to play Doom.
Yep.
I played it. Been playing Oblivion Remaster. I started that. And then like Adamfall, I played that. I haven't even finished it. And there's a couple other games I bought and I haven't even started. So yeah, it's crazy. There's no end to all the games that we have. Game Pass is just love it.
Love it, man. Love it.
Yeah.
So this week, I played my PS5. I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. It's the one where you play as Yuffie, and so it's the DLC, and she's OP, man. I love her. She has a close range attack, a long range attack that is also an elemental attack. It's so cool. Like she's super OP. And they changed the combat system, which I think is much better now than it used to be. They added tandem attacks, where you can equip materia, but they're tandem attacks. So like my partner launches me as like a cannonball towards the bad guys. It's pretty funny. And I'm liking that. I'm liking it so far. I love the Final Fantasy VII Remake stuff. So I'm loving Integrate. Too bad it's not on Xbox, but hey, it is what it is. And then on Xbox, though, I played Still Wakes the Deep. And it should have been called I'm Ready to Sleep. The game wasn't terribly long. It was only like a 4-hour long game, 3-4 hour long game, right? So it's an indie game. And it's not terrible. Thank God it's on Game Pass, or else I would have never played it. But those are 4 hours of my life I'll never get back. I didn't think it was that good. The story made no sense. You never discover where the heck that thing came from. At the end, all your struggle doesn't matter. I mean, it was like, it was stupid. So, and of course, it has like a nonsensical ending as like, I don't know why it is with horror things. They need to have like endings that don't make sense or that are super deep. And, you got to study the lore and all this crap to get. I'm like, nope, screw that. Game sucks. So my wife found it super scary. She was watching me play it one day. She thought it was super scary, but I found it to be quite run of the mill and not really that great. It did have some sad moments in it, but other than that, meh.
Yeah, I thought about playing that one, but haven't.
I think it's like one of those like divisive games where like some people love it, some people hate it.
Yeah. And
there's no in between.
I do want to play Expedition 33 though.
Yeah.
I've been hearing so many good things about that. So
yeah, and don't forget, for panel member Cool Cat Terry, Roadcraft comes out this week.
Oh,
she's excited for that. I know she is. So we'll see. Yeah, get that physical while it still exists. Should I?
And it's in Game Pass too.
That's right. Hey, guys, let us know what you've been playing in the chat. We'd love to hear what you had to say. So let's check in on the chat. Up first is Your Wicked Hot. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Don't forget, you can catch Your Wicked Hot on Gaming After Dark every Tuesday. Cheeses Nasty's in the house. Thank you so much for being here. He says he's eating jalapeno biscuits. Delicious. Deer sausage, egg grits, homemade cinnamon rolls, and the best soda in the world, Pepsi, for breakfast. Sounds like a breakfast of champions to me. Great to have you here, Jesus Nasty. You are the real MVP. Shout out to DE. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Shout out to Cougarman69. He is the real MVP. Says, I acknowledge Axel as the tribal chief of Xbox content. Yes. Love it. Thank you so much. Shout out to my brother, Doggy Dog 420. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. Big B Money's in the house. Thank you so much for being here. You are the MVP. Says, what's up, everybody? Xbox Army is king of gaming. Believe it or not. I believe it. I believe it. Cougarman says he's normally sleeping, but he woke up at 5:30 and couldn't go back to sleep. Yeah, somebody's doing a sleeping stream right now. If you want motivation. Cougarman says, "I love that hat, Axel. Hey, thank you so much." And Fastback, he likes your hat too. I like Fastback.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's one I don't have. Yeah,
I know. I bought this a couple years ago. I don't know if they sell this one anymore, but
no, I bought this like on GameStop a few years ago,
yeah.
and I love it. I love this hat. Yeah. Shout out to Lydia Sarmiento. Thank you, Sarmiento. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says, greetings, guys. Beautiful days, as always, from the Dominican Republic. Yes, we have international viewers, everybody. We made it. We made it. I love it. I love that international viewers watch our show. That's great. That's great. Yeah. So Cool Cat's not here. She had she runs her own business, and she had an appointment today, and Dreadpool's working hella overtime, so he's not going to be here today.
Well, you know, I'm here representing the beard.
That's right.
And gaming for Dreadpool, so.
There you go. We got the beard in.
So we have fat pool.
Fat pool. Unbelievable.
Fat pool.
Hey, come on. It's too early for that, so no.
Doggy Dog says, Doom, the Dark Ages, Expedition 33, Capcom Fighting Collection 2, Fate of Fury, City of the Wolves. I thought it was City of the Wolves, not City of
it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Capcom Beat 'em Up Collection. Yeah, those are great, Doggy. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. DE says he's playing Doom the Dark Ages. He's on chapter 20. That's amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Crazy Greek Dude is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says he's watching F1, cooking, and GMX. Man, multitask, buddy. Multitask. You are awesome.
Hey, 2 screens, 1 foot in the middle. I'm fine.
That's right. And shout out to Stanley Francois. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. I appreciate you. And he says, what's up, fellas? All right, so it is the morning. Let's start with breakfast. And speaking of breakfast, donuts are a breakfast food around the world. Hold on, I gotta.
So you're saying that's breakfast for champions?
Hey, I love me some donuts, man. I love me. But Krispy Kreme is having a Pac-Man donuts. If you are interested, for a limited time. So Krispy Kreme releases Pac-Man donuts, a new Bandai Namco collab. So this is kind of cool. Krispy Kreme has partnered with Bandai Namco for a special edition line of Pac-Man donuts. Here's everything we know about them. So they've been partnering a few in the past, so this is nothing new. They're not always available in the U.S. However, the Krispy Kreme UA Barbie Donuts back in September 20th, and it's collab with TV show Friends in June of the same last year. Now Krispy Kreme has partnered with Bandai Namco to release a lineup of Pac-Man inspired donuts fans can already buy. The donuts are inspired by the retro video game that became available Monday, May 12th, and will stay at Krispy Kreme until June 1st. It's only about 15 days, 20 days, right?
Yeah.
According to the website, you can buy each of the 3 donuts for $2.70 a piece, or a 3-pack for $7.50, or a special dozen for $20. If you don't have access to a Krispy Kreme store, they're also releasing a 6-pack at Walmart, Kroger, Publix, and more. So there you go. Team Ghost donut features a ghost-inspired sprites going through a section of the Pac-Man screen with 4 yellow pallets on the right side. All 3 are regular-sized donuts on the outside, but this one is filled with chocolate-flavored cream. I love that one. Krispy Kreme Strawberry Power Berry Donut pays homage to the game's Power Berries and features a strawberry cream, just as the name implies. And last, Pac-Man Party Donut and features yellow buttercream icing with sprinkles and plastic charactered piece. Let's take a look at these. Let me see. Does this show up? All right, so here's the plastic one with buttercream. Oh, here's the strawberry. Yeah. Oh, and it's cream filled. Oh my gosh.
Wrong.
And lastly, the Ghost, Team Ghost. This one looks cool. It looks like it has a piece of candy here, so that's even better. Oh man, it looks delicious. So Fastback, are you gonna spend $7.50 and get you some Pac-Man donuts?
Sure, why not? You know, the wife and daughter, every once in a while they drive by the Crispy Donuts and see the light on. So they like to stop by. So yes, I would like to try these.
Yeah. I would love to try these. Shadai, you're gonna spend $7.50 and get you a 3-pack or even more.
The problem is that Krispy Kreme used to be in this city and they left, so the closest one is Pennsylvania. So no, I'm not gonna get it.
No, well, but they have it at Kroger, Walmart.
At Walmart, yeah.
Well, if they have it, yeah. Well, I do have a Walmart here, but this is not the. I'll check it out. Well, let me see. There's like 3 Walmart, actually 4 Walmarts in here, so I'll give it a try. I would. Well, let's put it. Should I get? I'm not too much of a fan of Krispy Kreme, depending on what it is, because it feels like the donuts are way too smaller for me, and I'm one of those that I like them a little bit bigger.
Oh, you like the pan dulce size?
Yeah, there's a diner that creates donuts, and they're pretty decent size.
Nice.
But this is not the first time that we see or hear a collaboration, because when it was IHOP situation, we have Indiana Jones. So they have a collaboration with that. And also, I guess there's not enough diabetic people, and that's why they're like, heck with it, let's go for Krispy Kremes.
Or maybe they're trying to say gamers. There's a lot of diabetics in gaming, or maybe they're not diabetic.
Yeah. And the thing is that when we play and eat, our mind is not there. We're more into the game, so we start eating without thinking.
Yeah, I would love to pick one of these up because I love to be part of it. Like, I don't know, I love limited edition stuff. It's even more fun when it's food because you get to enjoy it in a different way. And I did go to the IHOP Indiana Jones stuff, by the way. So yeah.
Well, actually, if you give it a thought, this is like everything. Remember, Pac-Man eat those little pods and whatever. So it's a good representation because we're gonna eat donuts. So it's a good representation.
Yeah, we're gonna be eating those little pop. What
Right.
is it? Pucks?
Pucks? Yeah,
Pucks?
whatever it is.
Yeah.
And
I
then
call
you
them
have
pucks.
this. Yeah. So then you have the strawberry because it is a fruit in the game for a strawberry feel. But I don't like that type of filling. I like the strawberry jelly donuts, not those. It feels, I don't know, it tastes weird.
Well, you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit, sir. Come on.
Yeah, I know. But then
Right.
you have the Shadow Labyrinth, which is the Dark Pac-Man.
That game looks so good.
So it could be somewhere along the line that is releasing. I can't remember when it's released.
Pac-Man Shadow Labyrinth looks so good.
Anyways, anything.
So yeah, the Krispy Kreme donuts, I think they look great. They look delicious. I'm definitely gonna pick some up if the opportunity shows itself. Krispy Kreme is kind of out of the way. It's like, I don't know, 2 cities over, but I live in a giant metro. So 2 cities over is really not that far. It's like 15 minutes. So
yeah, true.
Now, for me, it's 4 hours. Well, Krispy Kremes.
Yeah, no. So maybe they'll have it at I do go to Walmart often. Maybe they have it there. So we'll see. We'll see. Shout out to Sir X-Man. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. And he says, hit that like and share, everyone. Let's go. I did it. Now it's your turn. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Hit that like button. It helps us get discovered, especially in the live section of YouTube, where we compete for attention on the front pages and stuff, So yeah. Sir X-Man, Krispy Kreme should change the song to Pac-Man Fever when you walk in the door. Is there a sound that plays when you walk in Krispy Kreme other than the little door sound like ding ding?
No, I don't know. But I remember that song. I heard it not too long ago on the radio. 80s song.
And let's see. Somebody else posted here. Doggy Dog is like $2.70 each. Jesus. Oh, man. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah.
Doggy Dog, you're not buying the Switch 2, so you got money.
You got money, bro. Come on. You got Doggy Dog money.
Yeah, like he told me, no, I'm not buying Lunar. All of the sudden, he's already playing it.
Oh, no. Lunar. That's another game I need right now. All right. Cougar Man says he wants that strawberry donut, right? That one looks the most delicious out of all of them.
Yeah, but I don't like that strawberry filling. I want the other one, jelly one, not that one.
Well, the Pac-Man Ghost one has chocolate filling.
Yeah, but look on the top. It's chocolate too, so everything is chocolate.
That's right. Get yourself some chocolate. Why mess with perfection? You're basically eating chocolate in bread form.
I'm telling you, this is made for diabetics.
Hell yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, you're in.
I'm in the club. Let me in.
Especially like old school gamers like me that grew up. I was around when Pac-Man first came out.
That's right.
But yeah, we're all diabetic by now. So
diabetes and gaming went up when arcades went down.
And I remember there was a Pac-Man cereal too back then.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Pac-Man was so popular.
The cartoon, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there was a cartoon. That's right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Happy Cloud Gamer. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He He says, why can't you use Twitter? Because he can't stop following the ghost. Oh. There you go. So shout out to Happy Cloud Gamer. Thank you so much. Let's see. Oh, he messed up his joke. Why can't Pac-Man use Twitter? Because he can't stop following the ghost. There you go. Yeah. And Cougar Man says, I wish I had that money, that Axel money. Oh man. I want that Pink Pickles money, man. She's got it going on. All right, here we go. Up next is a video. You guys ready to see this? Now, of course, I've turned down the music because I don't want to get copyright strikes. But here we go. Let me hit here, hit play. So there is a new collection announced by Xbox officially called the Floral Collection. And it is a bunch of Xbox stuff with flower themes on it. If you love that, springtime, I think this blue controller looks great.
Turquoise, you mean?
Yeah, it looks blue to me. Whatever. Turquoise, blue, green. I don't care. I'm going with the 8 basic colors. Dang it, blue.
Yeah, that's turquoise right there.
Yeah. So there you go. The Xbox Floral Collection game in Flu Bloom, designed for Xbox. So this isn't from Xbox because, as you saw, the little logo, designed for Xbox. So these are from Xbox because they are licensed, which is, I think it's kind of cool that they're doing these collabs. I love me some collabs. So I went to Best Buy to get the Game in Full Bloom collection. Here we are. And so you have the Power A Advantage Plus wired controller for $42.99. You have the GameSir T7 Pro wired Xbox game controller for $49.99. And this one does have some see-through elements in it. You have the Audi's Maxwell over-the-ear wireless gaming headset for Xbox for $339.99.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I don't know if I'll play that much to smell the roses, but yeah. And then you have the WD, the Western Digital Black C50 1TB storage expansion card for Xbox for $179.99, also only $20 more than normal. But it says coming soon on this one. So there you go. So the Xbox Floral Collection, available at Best Buy. Right? And as I said, to me, the best one is the blue controller. Let me see if I can rewind to the blue controller. Yeah. Here we go. Because it does look like it has some see-through elements down here. Oh, you guys can see what I'm looking at. Sorry. Some see-through elements down here because you can see the rumbler. Right? If you've ever opened up an Xbox controller, you know that's what the rumbler
that's
is.
not it. That's the rubber, but it's transparent.
Well, I don't think it's rubber. I think it's just plastic. But
yeah, the rubber grip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I do have GameSir with me, and I think it's rubber on the bottom.
So there you go. The Xbox Floral Collection announced. Now there's a collab, obviously. And here are the prices. Anything interest you, Fastback?
Well, the controllers are wired, so
I knew he was gonna bring that up.
They do look cool. I mean, I think the blue one or the turquoise one might like. The headset, before I saw the price, I'm like, maybe my daughter. Not for $400 or $350 or whatever. And
look, it's not $400. Shit,
it's still too much, $340 or whatever. The storage, I don't know if I want to spend extra money just to have some floral on the storage deal expansion, but okay, not for me. Sorry.
There you go. All right, Shaddai, anything here interest you?
I'm with you. I like the turquoise, not blue. It's turquoise. I don't mind wired because my controller is wired in here. So
yeah, that's right. You have one of those 8-bit DOE controllers, right?
Yeah. No, actually, this one is Hyperkin.
Oh, Hyperkin. Okay.
Yeah, but I do have a couple of GameSir with me. So I don't know if this one is similar to the Elites because some of them.
No way.
Don't look like it.
Let's click on it. Let's find out.
Yeah,
get some more pictures on here.
Yeah, because it's wired, but I don't know behind it though. See?
Oh, it might be. It's half elite. Oh, look at that! It has buttons on the back.
That's what I'm saying.
These short triggers. And then I don't know what this button is up here.
I think that's for locking.
So you push that and then move the slider. Okay.
Right. So see, that's what I'm saying because when I bought it, I'm like, wow, this is like somewhat similar to an Elite.
All right,
But I don't know if you're customize it.
All right,
I
so
mean,
it's textured grips, but it doesn't say it's rubber.
I told you.
And you can still see. I can still see the kind of see-through on it. Double membrane buttons, 2 back buttons, which I think should become standard as a whole.
Yeah, but I'm not heard, but I saw that was for racing. I don't know if it was to change shifts or something. I haven't tried it yet.
Program it. Ooh, dynamic RGB lighting. Check that out.
Interesting.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe that's why it has to be wired, though.
See what I mean?
I mean, it's easier instead of figuring out the battery problem. Just USB power, baby. Wow, the more I look at this one, the better it is. Wow, Shaddai, good thing you said that.
Let me see. Go right ahead.
And so this is a collaboration. Is it Gamester? What was the name of that? Gamester. So I guess they're the ones who this is their design and everything.
Yeah, so it's an officially Xbox licensed product, and I don't know what this button is here. Looks like a pause button. Hold on, where's all the buttons?
I don't know. Interesting.
It doesn't say what that button is. Shaddai, what is this button right here? Oh, Shaddai's gone. Okay. Maybe I'll say it on the features. Features.
Okay. See, this is one of my gamesters that I have.
Oh my God, they're Hall effect sticks. What? For $50, man, this thing is starting to sound like a winner. All right, sorry, Shaddai, go ahead.
No, that's fine. See, this is one of my gamesters.
Uh-huh.
And then I have the other one over here, see?
And look, they all have that officially licensed by Xbox sign on it.
Right. And that's why that's
what is the button on the bottom middle? What does that button do?
I think that's the share button.
No, the share button should be in the middle, in the top middle.
Oh yeah, it's in the top middle, but
what does that bottom middle button do?
Yeah, you're talking about this one right here.
Yeah. Is that like a mute button for the microphone or something?
I'm looking on the back, but it doesn't say. Yeah, I'm looking on the back of the box, but it doesn't.
Okay,
say
so it's software customization via GameSir Nexus.
So that's a light. That's a light because, like, here in the Hyperkin, there's a small dot in here, and it's for the light. So I wouldn't be surprised.
So it's to turn the lights on and off.
Right.
RGBs. Okay.
No. I think that's more like when you plug it in, it just shows that you're, plugged in.
Now,
oh my God,
for me,
it even has transparent bumpers. Oh my gosh, this thing is hitting on all cylinders. Hall effect sticks, LED lighting, a button on the back. Oh my gosh, not bad. Not bad for the price.
The price ain't bad. I will say, even though it's wired, let's say you're sitting at your desk or PC. Now I get that. Like you can hook it up to your computer. I'm on the couch or on my lazy boy, so wired is not a thing for me as far as console.
Now you got me thinking on the controller.
Yeah, shoot, man, they did a good job.
Yeah. But it does look cool for the price too.
Okay, Axel, I'm touching the back because you said if it was rubber. It is not rubber. It's actually a hard base.
Yeah, hard,
but it's rigid.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
And it's rigid.
I think it said like laser engraved for the.
But this one is actually transparent. I didn't know that this one is actually transparent too.
See, told you, should I? Ha! No,
yeah, you're correct. And your 2 back controllers since you were asking for it.
Oh, hold on. Let me zoom back in you. Okay. Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, no, GameSir sounds like a winner. Jeez. Let me check in with the chat before it gets away. Hold on. Let me check in with the chat because someone had just stepped in. It was Dan, the man Cunningham. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He said, "Hey, all, how's everybody doing today? Doing good." Yeah. Doggy dog goes, "What's the point of the SSD card? Hello, can't even see it. It's in the back of the console." Oh, how dare you? How dare you? You got to put flowers everywhere. You can smell it, doggy. You can smell it. Let's see. Shout out to Big B Money. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. He says, I don't know what he says. Let's see. Shout out to Sappho. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, I like it. Yeah. Cougar Man doesn't like it. He thinks they're weird. Why are they still making wired controllers? Yeah, agreed. But, it keeps the price down to under $50. I mean.
And it responds a little bit faster.
Yeah, the millisecond response is a little faster, but I like that. $50 is kind of the high point of wired controllers. That's nice.
I'll take
So I guess the Bluetooth tech would and the battery saves you $20 to $30. Let's see. Sir X-Man said, "What's the point in getting all that if you don't have a console to match?" What? I kind of disagree with that one because I buy special edition controllers with no matching console all the time, like my Doom controller.
There's only one way to do that: just spray paint it.
Sir X-Man wants flowers on his Xbox.
Heck yeah! You know, Sir X-Man wants those flowers on that Xbox so that WD card matches. Yeah. Shout out to Doggy Dog and Sir X-Man. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you. Let's see. That all nice. It's just the prices. Yeah. Cougar Band also loves the see-through controllers. Sappho says, "I don't usually buy controllers, but I might have to get this." Yeah, the Hall Effect sticks is really getting me.
I like it.
Yeah. Let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer says, "My kids want the controllers." Yeah, get it for them. That sounds good. Big B Money is a fan of wired controllers, just like Shaddai is. Heck yeah. And Sappho is sold. Yes.
If it's cheap, I'll take it.
I don't think it's that expensive. No. Cheese is Nasty says, "I'll pick it up using my wife's credit card." There you go. That sounds like a great plan.
Here you go. Here's flowers and controller. All in one.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Doggy Dog says, "I can't do wired. My console is on top of my entertainment center." Yeah, I mean, my console is not too far away, but I hate wired controllers. Like, if this was wireless, I'd be sold instantly. Even if it was like, if this controller was available for like, I don't know, $70, $80 maybe not, but $70, I'd be in.
That means you're having a walking problem if you take the wire with you.
I just have I hate wires. Even I have my special edition Halo mouse and Halo keyboard, and it's wired. But I can tell you right now, I wish they were wireless. Right.
Well, the way I play, I'm so stiff, so the cable, the wire does not move at all. I'm like,
yeah. They should make a console wrap to match that to put on the console. I think the console wraps need to be more popular and more available, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah, I'm kind of a little sad about that.
No, they should create like what is it?
Like a design lab.
Yeah, like a design lab for wraps.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
I say so too. All right, so let's see how much Fastback Starter is going to be enjoying this over-the-ear wireless gaming headset for Xbox One, Xbox X, and PC. All right, so it's wireless.
Maybe
so
for Christmas.
That's a W. It has the Audi's label right there, so everybody will know that she has the Audacity. Right? Let's see. Specs, features. Let's go to features. Battery life, 80 hours. Fastback. Whoo! With just
I might get them for myself.
Dang. That's not bad. Holy cow. 90 millimeter planar drivers. That's cool. AI noise filtering technology, so she will definitely not hear you when you yell her name. Ultra low latency wireless connection. 3 times the range versus standard 2.4 gigahertz wireless. I do love the increased range.
Yeah.
Because wireless headphones, they have like a range of 20 feet. Not even that, maybe. Durability built on an all-new premium chassis, including aluminum yokes and spring steel headband for durability. That's nice. Metal. So these things got some weight to it. Playing comfort all day and all night with deluxe contoured ear pads and replaceable suspension strap. Wow. And it comes with a microphone, USB wireless dongle, cable. Has a bunch of cables. And 3.5 TRSS analog cable. Wow. So they got you going.
Yeah.
On this, so Audi is not bad. This is not bad Audi's is already a good brand, right? But yeah, that's looking good. What do you think? I mean, this strap, the floor strap, is replaceable.
Maybe for Christmas if she really wants it. So.
Fastback is cheap. $30. That ain't bad.
Yeah.
I don't want to look at the big number. You got to see the one on the receipt. $30. That's cheap.
$30 a month. Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to look at the big one.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's check in with the chat. DE says, shout out to DE, says, "I need 6 buttons. These aren't an option anymore, right? Right. I basically need my Sega Saturn controller with dual triggers." Right. Let's see. The most original controller was Steel Battalion. I got that controller. 60. That's right. 62 buttons of gaming awesomeness. I love that controller. Let's see. Which PlayStation had something like a wired controller? Oh, they do, because you got to have that thing plugged in all the time. Oh, they do. Trust me. Trust me. I have two controllers. I play one with one while the other one is charging. And then when that one dies, I grab the other one and charge the opposite one. Trust me. They do. Let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer. There's a high-end Bose & Winkins headset that is $100 USD cheaper. Well, I know that I saw this JBL one, which JBL is great. You know, I like JBL. So, yeah. But there you go, guys. The Floral Collection is here if you are interested in just announcing it. So, Fastback is getting the headset. Shadai is getting the controller right here.
Yeah, the controller. Let's see how it goes because I like it. Not for nothing, but I do like it.
If you get that controller, you got to let me know, man, because I am on the fence, and I don't do wired controllers.
Well, you already saw I got Well, actually, I got 3 wires, so I didn't want to spend 80 or 100, and then all of a sudden, look what happened to my Elite. That analog drift, and all of a sudden, the grips are peeling off. So, no. So that's why
you're not an elite gamer, so that's
that thing just wasn't made for your casual hands.
Well, I think it's because I'm way too fast for the controller, so that's what happens.
Maybe you just sweat a lot when you hold the controller. You know, I think that's one of the biggest weaknesses to the Xbox Elite controller. Everybody who's had like the rubber grip come off and stuff are really sweaty palm gamers.
Well, isn't it because if you are playing a game that does not stress the heck out of you, you wouldn't have your hands sweaty.
Yeah, no, I play Souls games all the time, but I'm not a sweaty palm gamer. I don't know, maybe it's just me.
Do you play with your fan
on?
Do you play with your fan on? Because that's the only way they will dry your hands off.
No, I actually, funny story. I'm an ambient air guy. I hate fans blowing directly on me. I hate it. Hate it. Like, even in my car, all of the vents are pointed away from me. I want the ambient air in my car to be cool.
What?
Yeah, I need that fan blowing on me.
No. But no, it's funny you say that because I have my Halo Infinite Limited Edition Elite Series 2 Pro controller. And just now, the rubber, I finally played it enough to where the rubber wore out here and you can see the plastic now. Right on the thumbstick, and so I retired it and got myself another Pro controller, and I'm going to play that one until the same thing happens. But my Pro controllers work great, and yes, I know I can replace the thumbstick, but it's not going to be the green Halo one, and I'm sad about that. So yeah, all right. So moving on, let's move it along. Anybody got anything else to say about the Floral Collection?
Yes, it's cheap, $30.
Yeah. I think it's great.
A month.
Yeah, I'm with you, Axel. That turquoise one is like tempting me.
It really is, and Holofix sticks is really tempting.
No, it's just the color.
Holofix sticks should be standard in the industry now. We have the technology.
See, this is the thing. Controllers, majority of the controllers are either black or white, or if you want a different color, it has to be something specific. See what I mean? It's very rare. And I barely see anything that is turquoise like that, or yellow or anything like that. So it's very rare that we see controllers with that type of color.
Awesome. Yeah, I agree. It's great. Let's move along. It's already 8:43. We've only covered 2 out of the many topics I have today.
What you mean 8:43? It's 9:43.
Yeah. Sure. Let's see. DE says, dry my eyes out, wind noise in the ears. I'm with you, Axel. Right. Exactly. Yeah. And Happy Cloud Gamer, sorry, it's Bowers and Wilkins. Okay, there we go. Bowers and Wilkins. Okay. Any of you ever use gaming gloves? Yes. On the N64, the Mario Party gloves, the leather gloves. Yes. Let's see. I can't sleep without a fan. There should be 3 feet of snow outside, but my fan will be on. Oh my gosh, no way.
I'm the same.
No way. I cannot. No way. All right. Let's move it along. All right. So, shout out to Brad Sams. Brad Sam reports he found this on a post that Xbox next gen. Hold on, let me finish. Let me fix this. There we go. Next gen Xbox is to use ARM chips. Now, this was found via job posting, and on the job posting, it said the words support selling activities for the next generation Surface and Xbox products built on Snapdragon solutions. And if you know Snapdragon, they only deal with ARM chips. They don't do x86 chips anymore, right? So they're going to be moving over to ARM chips over on the Xbox, or at least supporting the ARM chips, right? Work with internal and external stakeholders, including legal, finance, business units, marketing, field teams to help define the next generation Surface and Xbox portfolios. So, notice that they're saying Xbox products, Xbox portfolios. I don't know if this is going to be the official console. It might be the handheld that's coming out.
I can see that.
It might be the fact that PCs moving over to ARM, a lot of them are, and Xbox wants their products on it. Right, so at least the Xbox games are going to start being kind of supported for two architectures now, which is going to be the x86 legacy architecture, as I'm going to call it, right? Legacy architecture, which is what has existed since the 360, and now it looks like we're moving into the future with ARM. As you know, ARM chips are more efficient. They use less power for the same computing, all that good stuff, right? A lot of your mobile devices are starting to move over to ARM. So, you kind of, if you want your games on it, you got to support it, right? So, Xbox products. Notice it didn't say Xbox consoles or anything like that. It's products. And notice that if you notice also recently on announcements, Xbox is said like, available on Xbox Series X and S, Xbox PC, and cloud. Right, it's saying Xbox PC. So, I think this is kind of cool that things are moving over to ARM chips. What do you think, Fastback?
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Like you said, the Surface Pro, I guess the Xbox handheld when that comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Do they still making their phone? Remember they had
the Xbox phone? You mean the
Windows
phone?
You mean Windows Phone or whatever it was?
Yeah, the Surface
they stopped
phone.
making the Windows Phone. They put out a Surface Phone a few years ago, but it kind of they didn't continue it.
Yeah,
man, I wanted to buy one of those.
I did too at first, but now I got the Samsung, flip one. So
I wanted one, but it had an older chip in it, and I'm like, nah. Yeah.
What about they partner up with the. I guess the ROG has a ARM. Or is it?
You mean the ROG phones?
Yeah. No, the ROG, the handheld one, the Xbox.
The Asus ROG. It's the Asus ROG V2, Ally V2, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull up my old stuff on it.
I wonder if they're partnered up with some of these third-party stuff, and then they're also using the same. And that's where the industry's going. So.
Okay, so it comes with AMD's Ryzen Z2 Extreme CPU. So no, that's not an ARM chip. That's an x86 chip.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but if they did, the next one could be much more efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shadai, what do you think, man?
Two things. We see on our screen that it says Xbox products, but when you actually go to the page, they remove that and they changed it to other first-party devices
built on Snapdragon solutions.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they changed the wording
because I clicked on the link and they changed it. That's what you get for leaking.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, they changed the wording real fast.
Yeah, my name is Dick, and next generation Surface and other first-party portfolios.
They change everything. But other than that, just remember that Microsoft usually, when it comes to their product, every single time they update it with like energy saving. So I wouldn't be surprised for going for ARMs when it's called, like you said, if it's the same power and and efficient, Microsoft is going to go for that. I'm not surprised if they're going to go for the ARM architecture. I'm not surprised. It's everywhere, so yeah, I'm not surprised if it's going to go for the consoles too. So
yeah, I mean, it's the future. ARM is the future, and Xbox just wants to have everything going that way. So yeah. So again, shout out to Brad Sams. If you don't know Brad Sams, he is a Microsoft insider. I'm not going to call him an Xbox insider. He is a Microsoft insider.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He knows a lot about the Microsoft business. He has a lot of contacts, and he's a good source. He generally doesn't report without showing proof.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Brad Sams. Let's see. Let's check in with the chat here. Happily Cloud Gamer says Azure upgrade server blades in full swing, along with partnerships with NVIDIA for supercomputer. I can see GeForce Now's partnership becomes cloud gaming Xbox. GeForce Now is so much better. That's what I've heard. Shout out to Lost Boomer. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, afternoon, all. What's up? Yeah. we got a Stadia Stan. Cheese is nasty saying Google Stadia was the best. I miss it. I'm not going to say anything against it, as it was the first one to go full, and they did have some good ideas on Stadia, but they found out real quick that making a dent in this business takes a lot more money than they were willing to spend. Shout out to Carla Gamer. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says, hello, greetings to my friend Shaddai. Woo! Shaddai bringing in the viewers.
Yeah, she's from the Dominican Republic too.
Wow. Awesome. More international friends. Love y'all. Shout out to Cyber Gunther. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says, good morning, gamers. What's up, Cyber Gunther? All right, so this was just a quick leak. Nothing much to report other than, hey, I'm excited that ARM is going to be part of Xbox. Nothing like expanding that Xbox. This is an Xbox portfolio, right?
It'll be interesting to see if anything's announced at the Xbox showcase as far as hardware.
I don't know if they're going to announce hardware. They've been sticking to just software there. I don't know if they'll announce hardware. I think they'll have directs for hardware only or something like that. So yeah. Well, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I didn't know the controllers were going to be such a hit. I apologize, everybody. I would have moved those to real news instead of announcements. Sorry, my bad. Let's see. So moving on. Should I anything else on this?
No, I'm not too much of a tech person. It requires too much brain cells for that. And I thought the first time I heard about ARMs, I thought it was like an arm.
Yeah.
Until I saw it was written differently.
Yeah, no, it's a architecture. Yeah.
Real quick question, as far as like these chips and so on, the Snapdragon.
Mm-hmm.
Are they using TVs? Like, I know the TVs were, they're cloud streaming and all that, but I'm surprised that, like you can't have certain things in the TV like a handheld. You have some of that tech for gaming. I'm just curious. I've never really looked into that before, but
I don't know what they are, but I know that typically if a TV moves slow, it has probably an old ARM chip, because ARM chips are power efficient. They're not as fast as x86 right now. And that's just the truth. The speed costs energy, and ARM chips don't use energy. So I know, like, if your TV probably has a lot of latency between input and action, it probably uses maybe not a Snapdragon, because it's not just Snapdragon that makes ARM chips, but something else. So yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, and I just know the super basics of ARM and x86, guys. I'm not a PC nerd or a computer science guy. I just kind of did like 10 minutes of Google studying and found out the differences. So yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's kick it along here. So Ubisoft. Now, if you remember, I'm just going to bring up the past. Back in 2023, Activision Blizzard games were added to Ubisoft Plus. Anybody remember that? Anybody? No? Okay. Well, I think part of the deals that are kind of being done now is that a lot of Ubisoft games are now available to purchase on the Xbox PC app. So if you have, which comes standard install on all PCs, right? The Xbox app. So 16 games are available to purchase on the Xbox PC app. They haven't been added to Game Pass or anything, although some of these games have been on Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
But you got Assassin's Creed Shadow, the new hotness in there. You got the Division 2, probably the most popular one, and only for $30. Far Cry, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Origins, Far Cry 5, Ghost Recon Wildlands, great game. Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Watch Dogs 2, Far Cry New Dawn, awesome. South Park Fractured But Whole, awesome. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, great. Immortals Phoenix Rising, amazing. Riders Republic, Watch Dogs Legions, and Rainbow Six Extraction, another one of those long service games. So in total, 16 games were added to the Xbox PC app, available to purchase, to add it to your game library. So maybe these games are about to become Play Anywhere, which would be amazing, right? Matter of fact, let's click on one. I think this one might be Play Anywhere, so let's click on it. Let's see. Reviews, more. Give me more. No. Okay, here we go. Auditory accessibility. Save anytime. Is this a Play Anywhere title? Where would I find that? Does it look like it has Play Anywhere as it doesn't have it? So
yeah, it'd be cool if you bought it on PC and you can play on your console, right?
It would be cool. That would be the best. So Ubisoft making progress, but still not all the way there, right? So there you go. 16 games added. But there's a huge but. According to TrueAchievements.com, they don't support achievements.
What?
So Assassin's Creed Shadow and 15 other Ubisoft games have been added to the Xbox Store for PC, but they don't include any Xbox achievements. And he says the same thing I'm saying. While it's great to see that Ubisoft has added 16 PC games to the Xbox Store, it sadly comes with a pretty big caveat. There aren't any achievements to collect from these PC versions, as they need to be played via the Ubisoft Connect app. So really, you buy it there, and it's just like a key to use on the Ubisoft Connect app, right? So titles don't support Xbox Play Anywhere. Oh, man. Or achievements, and requires Ubisoft PC app to play. Several of the games are available with Game Pass that do support achievements. All right. So Far Cry 5, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Riders Republic, and others are now part of the Xbox Game Pass games library on your PC. You might have noticed that they don't support Xbox achievements. In fact, there are now 16 Ubisoft games available that don't do achievements. So that sucks. They're not Play Anywhere, and they're not achievements. So if you are now True Achievements, of course, to them, this is big news because literally the website is True Achievements. This is for achievement hunters, baby. Right? I think that sucks. So no Play Anywhere sucks. No Xbox achievements. I'm not an achievement hunter, but I love seeing the little achievement pop up every now and again. That kind of sucks, right? So I don't know. Is this kind of like it's a bittersweet news, like a backhanded addition? I don't know. Like, you know, when somebody gives you a backhanded compliment, I feel like that's what this is. Because while it's great, it's not all there, man. It's not all there. And if I still need the Ubisoft Connect app, I'd rather just buy it on the Ubisoft Connect app with no achievements. But then again, it could also come with me with my Xbox library. I would say, oh, if it was Xbox Play Anywhere, then it just goes with you on your whole library. Then that's a benefit. So a little bit plus, a little bit not minus. I'm kind of not seeing the big point of having these on the Xbox app if they don't support Xbox platform the way it should. The achievements and the Play Anywhere. Those are two big ones for me. Fastback, what do you think?
Kind of weird. I mean, if you're a PC gamer, can you get these on Steam? So what?
No, you have to get these aren't available on Steam.
Only on the Ubisoft store.
I'm pretty sure.
Plus, or that's what I'm saying. It's like, what's the point of buying these through the Xbox PC app, and you're not going to get any?
You can get them on Steam.
So, I don't understand what the point then. If you're an Xbox gamer and you play on PC, if you want those achievements, well, you're not getting it. If you're
But even on Steam, you need the Ubisoft Connect app. It literally says so right here.
No matter what, you need
Ubisoft Connect, no matter what.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm sorry. Should I? Sorry, Fastback. I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep going.
No, you're good. No, to me, it just doesn't make sense. So I will play these games on my console or through Steam. But whatever.
Yeah. Shaddai, what do you think, buddy?
Well, I think a lot of people, they don't care about achievement. I love achievement just because, in general, it just extend for some achievement doesn't make any sense. Some of them, for me, is like I never knew you could do it, and I did that with Assassin's Creed Origins. Maybe some movement that I never knew, but this is something that I really don't get. Because nowadays all games have achievements, unless if they are really, really old, like which one? Splinter Cell. I think Splinter Cell 1, 2, and 3, they do not have achievements, which I understand that part. But this is something probably of the norm, and like you said, since they don't have Xbox Play Anywhere, I think it's because they don't want to pay extra. They rather. What does this got to do with what I'm gonna say with the layoff that they did? Is because they're trying to save money as in general, and they don't want to pay extra for the Xbox Play Anywhere. They know that they're on a struggle, and they're not gonna spend extra money just for a feature that it benefits us, so they rather have it like this and pretty much make us suffer. So for me, typical Ubisoft making some wrong decisions that it could benefit us. This is nothing new for me. This is nothing new to me.
Because you could sign up for the Ubisoft deal and connect your Xbox account, right? So I don't understand why, achievements or Play Anywhere is not included. So,
well, it forces you to make a Microsoft account though, because Ubisoft is one thing and Microsoft is another thing when it comes.
No, I understand. I mean, if you're already an Xbox, already have an account, you would like to have all that connection, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. Because sometimes, like in EA, when we play something, they always want us to assign for something. You are correct. Well, that's actually that's a great question, because if I play on the PC, let's say, okay, I had a console and I went to a PC, it should let me use it. But if they say nope, we're not gonna let you, like, yeah, but I created an account here.
And I guess on the Ubisoft, you do get, so like Chael Walker does say they count towards Ubisoft MAU. I guess that's like their points or whatever. And I've seen that before. But I when I play Ubisoft games, but I hardly ever log into a Ubisoft account or whatever. So
yeah. Shout out to Chael Walker here. Thank you so much for being here. You're a real MVP. He brings up kind of a good point. They count towards Ubisoft's monthly active users, so no achievements. But if you launch this from the Xbox PC app, it also counts as an Xbox monthly active user. So that's really the only plus I can see for Xbox.
Yeah.
Not so much for us gamers.
No.
Right. Monthly active users are great for the numbers for investors and console warriors. But as a gamer, I care about where my games are played, and I've realized I am super spoiled as an Xbox gamer with Play Anywhere. That I notice it when other services don't include it, and it sucks.
Yeah, but I get it. But you know how many people they like they share accounts, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if monthly user or not. It just we have that. What is it? Digital share. So. I don't know about those achievements. I don't get it. Yeah. It's something small.
Right. Yeah, and shout out to Glinzer. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. So it seems Ubisoft is just using the Xbox Store to advertise their games and their service. Yeah.
Well, they did it before with the Assassin's Creed on Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
It only lasted a certain amount of time before they removed it.
Right. And Big B Money says, who did this? Xbox or Ubisoft? I think both of them, man. And also, me too. I love hunting for that. Yeah, I'm not an achievement hunter, but I love it every now and again when one pops up.
Yeah, me too.
Like I've been on Xbox now for like 15 years, and have I even broken 100,000? I think I just did.
I haven't. Yeah, no.
Like I'm not an achievement hunter. I get like maybe 40% of the achievements per game, and I'm happy.
Okay, Axel, let me ask you something. 2 weeks ago, you say you love Lies of P.
I do love Lies of P.
Will you, by any chance, work on the achievement for that?
No, I'm not playing that game 3 times. Like no offense.
But you're a fan. You're a fan.
Not because anything wrong with it. Like I played Elden Ring. I got like, I don't know, 4 out of the 7 endings. And while I'm okay with it, I'm just like, other games. There's other games. And New Game Plus is fun and stuff, but I don't know. I'd rather get to another game.
Got it.
Yeah. There's other Souls like for me to play, should I? Yeah. Let's see. Sappho goes, what if you just enjoy the games? I still play Watch Dogs Legion because I get to roam through the streets of Camden. Yeah. I mean, some people don't care about any of that. So if that doesn't affect you, then hey, there's a W. And a lot of gamers now are transitioning more towards PC than console. Right? So this could be another way of Xbox just making sure that games are available on their app. Because let's be honest, most people don't like going into the Windows store and buying their games. They want to, but if you buy it via the Xbox app with Xbox branding and the Xbox layout, it looks more awesome, right? So just saying, right? Cheese is Nasty says 99% of people don't care about achievements. Yeah, like I don't. I like them, but I don't care. But if they disappeared completely, I'd be a little sad.
Wait, I forgot. But you know what? Those achievements actually does help for those big points.
They do. And just so you guys see that I don't care about achievements. All right, here's my gamer score. According to True Achievements, 99,000. That's not accurate. I got over 100,000. I know I do.
No, you gotta refresh it. That's what happens. I did it before. You gotta refresh it.
I've been added to the scan queue. There's no one in front of me. Okay. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, because that happened to me.
I'm currently being scanned. Okay, check mark. Nope. Nothing changed, should I?
So that means you never play anything. Look at that, Lies of P that you line up.
Yeah, Lies of P 685. And like I said, I get like 40%, 400. So I'm not really like an achievement hunter. So just throwing it out there. Now, if you want achievement hunting, my buddy Doggy Dog, he has achievements. So yeah.
That he does.
I really can't believe I only have. You know what? Let me launch the official Xbox app and see what it shows up. Because I swear I have more achievements than that. What do you know? I freaking don't. I haven't even broken 100,000. I'm at 79,000.
See what I mean? He doesn't play. Remember, you play xCloud, so he doesn't read
it. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer doesn't like it when an achievement pops up in a cutscene and cuts dialogue. Agreed.
Yeah, but you could turn it off.
Yeah. You could turn off the pop-ups, yeah.
Right, you could turn it off.
Yeah. Let's see. EA looks better than them right now with Game Pass. Yeah. I love EA being part of Game Pass. I love it. Let's see. Chair Walker says this move for Xbox is to try to get other publishers to put games on the Xbox PC store by showing them they can get those monthly active users, aka PlayStation games may come to the app. Hey, we'll see. We'll see if PlayStation comes with it, but I highly doubt it. Lost Boomer says, "Are you going back to Lies of P for the DLC?" Yes. Yes.
He's going for that achievement.
Yes.
If he did it 3 times for Elden Ring, he could do it for Lies of P.
Let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer says, But I do think Xbox achievements will become more important with $80 games. Maybe.
But like I said, it's connected to the big points.
Chill Walker says, I haven't even gotten 50,000 achievement points. Yeah, right. Yeah, so it's funny because like 1 year I made it a point to get 10,000 points. So, 1,000 achievement points every month. And it felt like work, man. It felt like work that year.
That's why I don't do
did that. I don't know how people do it. Like my buddy Doggy, he's like, oh yeah, I got 20,000 achievement points this month. I'm like, how the hell did you do that? I don't understand it, man.
The trick is play smaller indie games that are only for 12 achievement, and there you go. You got 1,000.
I did. Look, I played Still Wakes the Deep. I got 485 achievement points, but some of those achievements are stupid, like die 5 times by jumping in the water.
See,
I'm not going to do that.
See, so that means you're way deep behind, not 100%.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. Yeah, so there you go. By the way, we had a poll. Shaddai, do you want to read the poll?
Jeez. And I turned it. Okay. Should Ubisoft games on the Xbox PC app have included achievements and or play anywhere? 69%, great number, says yes, achievements and play anywhere. 23% says okay with neither. 7% say okay with just achievements, and -0% says okay with just play anywhere.
There you go.
Blasphemy! We need achievements.
We're good. All right, let's see. Doggy Dog says that he got tired of that. I love going for achievements, but got tired of going for that million. Yeah. Man, I haven't even broken 100,000, so yeah. Gee, what about you?
Now you got me.
Are you an achievement guy?
Me?
Yeah.
No, just if they pop up, I get them while I'm playing. Cool. But I'm like you. I've been playing since the Xbox came out. I did lose my first account. So there are some achievement points there that I'm out, but I probably wouldn't even. I'm almost at 70.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't hunt for them.
And check out my buddy Doggy. Like I said, he's got that over 1 million right here. Doggy, the dog with 1 million.
That's a lie.
When is he going to be on showcase on the Xbox?
Right?
Come on now.
Yeah. I agree. There you go.
Don't worry, I'll be on when the time is right. But this is another thing.
Look at it. He gets $1,500 points a month. That is just crazy.
Yeah, and I bet they're all indies.
Doesn't matter. He gets them, man.
Yeah, exactly. Indies. Fraud.
Barbie games.
One of those Tetris ones. Wait, this is the Ubisoft sale, right?
No, this is just the Ubisoft games added to the PC.
Okay, no, I thought it was a sale because I will not go today. Yeah, because I'm like $79.90. I mean $69.99 for Shadows. That's not a sale. I misread it.
No, it's not.
All right, let's move on to the next tidbit here. Let me change my scroller text. There we go. All right, and close these. All right, here we go. Xbox insiders get new ways to personalize home. Now, this is just for the insiders. So, starting this week, Xbox insiders will notice a fresh set of customization options rolling out. Let me zoom in on this. Can I zoom in on it? There we go. Because of rolling out to the recently played games and apps list on home. This update is part of our ongoing effort to make home more personal, flexible, and responsive to your feedback. The recently played games and games app list on your home is getting 3 new settings that give you more control over what you see and how you interact with your content. So, choose a tile size for the games, small. This will hide the system apps from your recently played list in home. Any system apps you pin that list will still appear. And choose the number of tiles that show in your most recently played list. So 9 tiles, right? So hide system apps. Want a cleaner focus view on your games and entertainment? You can now hide your system apps from the recently played games and apps list on home, reducing clutter and keeping your home screen focused on what matters to you the most. Pin favorites to home. You can now pin up to 3 of your recently played games or apps directly to the recently played games and apps list. These pins will stay near the front of the list as you launch other things and give you quick access to your go-to titles. Reduce the tile count, coming soon, so it's not live yet, even for insiders. Prefer a more minimal look? This setting allows you to reduce the number of visible tiles in the recently played games and apps list, helping you stream your home and Surface only essentials. We're still refining this setting and will be coming soon. So all kinds of stuff, right? So they're revamping the home screen, but this is what it currently looks like now, right? You have your games, you got all these big old advertising tiles down here covering up your dynamic backgrounds, making the backgrounds kind of pointless, right? So Tom Warren, he took a recording, as he is an Xbox insider. He made a quick video showing some of these things, so I am going to make this playback speed go much faster because he kind of moves it kind of slow. So shout out to Tom Warren. This is his video. Be sure to check him out. And no audio again, so he's talking in the video. You can see how your apps look, right? So he's going into settings, and he is going to hide the system apps, right? So he hid the system apps, but all that hid were these. Not these down here. What kind of crap is that?
I know the ads.
These are the ones I want you to get rid of.
I'm not gonna let you hide the ads.
These are the ones I want you to get rid of, Xbox. Are you kidding me? All right, let's keep it going. Right? So there they are again. And now, when you hit A on stuff, instead of launching the game, it launches the menu.
Oh, I see
right?
the pin. Okay.
Yeah, so you can see he can pin stuff to the group. He's pinning it. They could have put, all right, so whatever. Right?
So it's maximum of 3 only.
Yeah, 3 things you can pin, right? And he's going, oh, I don't know what he's doing.
Go pin another app.
He's opening up Apple TV, closing it, showing where it is, and the pins stay there. He's just going to open a bunch of apps now. Oh, we almost saw his internet browsing history. So he's opening up enough stuff. Let's just fast forward this, right? And now he's going to go back and hide the system apps again. And nothing hides. So it's not perfect. But to me, if it doesn't hide these down here, that's a fail, in my opinion. That is a fail. This update sucks. Because that's what's in the way. Get rid of it, Xbox. I think out of all the UIs, the Xbox UI is the most cluttered as far as ads are concerned, right? I'm not saying that it's a terrible UI. I just think it's cluttered with stuff I don't want to see. I don't know. What do you think about this update? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't really do much with the UI anymore. I don't really mess with it, but I would like to have the option to move those pins where I want them, or maybe group them. Like, let's say you have a group for games, a group for, like your streaming apps, and like you can move it wherever you want on the deal, kind of like you do in your phone, right? You can kind of minimize it, move things around, and then like the ads, to me, what they should do is, okay, when you get into the UI for the first time, ads pop up, and then they should just let them disappear, right? That way you can see, and then they should make it to where every time you go back into UI, they pop up and then they disappear. So that if you want to click on the ad, you can go click on it, I don't know. But, yeah, I like to see a little bit more,
any of these.
More control. I don't either. And then every once in a while, right, you see a big ad pop up, right, for a new game like Doom came out,
Oh yeah.
To acknowledge it.
An announcement when you turn on your Xbox. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like to have a little bit more control of how I can lay out the UI and pin stuff.
Yeah. By the way, chat, we put a poll up in the chat asking you about the UI. Is it good or bad? Let us know. Shaddai, what do you think about this UI update? I think it sucks because I still can't see half of my freaking dynamic background.
Okay,
That's a bunch of crap.
I am an insider that for the system, and the first thing that came up to mind was when he said, I think it's the hide option when you hide. The problem with that is that there are games on my list that I'm already done, and I press the hide option. So every single time that I come back, it appears again. And I'm like, I don't want that. It's supposed to be hide, and all of a sudden you don't see it anymore. You know, it's gonna be on your list, you know, on your game list. But if I'm done or I did 100% or achievement or whatever the case may be, I don't want to see it on my list anymore. But that's the problem right there. So it's not like hiding it fully. The other one will be those pins. Will that replace to put it on, you know, like games you could put them on the home? You put them on the home screen.
When you hit the Xbox button, you can go to your pins.
Yeah, so that means on the bottom we will not see like, okay, I put this on my home page. So if that replace it, I'll take it any type of day, because then after that I don't have to see the whole list as I scroll down. So that area should be only for ads if you feel like it. And pretty much the only thing that we're going to see is pretty much maybe 2 lines of games that are pinned, like what we see right now, and where it says browser, store, and customize your home. So that means it should be filled with games that you want to pin.
It should, but they're going to keep those ads on there. I hate it.
See, but that's what I'm saying. The area where it says not customize your home, but the one on the bottom should replace it. It should be replaced for ads. So in other words, it's pretty much covered and we don't have to see that. So unless if you want to scroll to, you know, browse the store or anything like that. But
yeah,
I hate I'm with you, Axel. I hate when we see ads on our screen. I hate it. But they need to fix that hide option, because it does not hide fully. I hate that. I really do. But other than that, it's fine. I guess, you know, it's fine. I guess, you know, it's fine. You just, there's some work to be done. It really does.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, you know,
me,
super me. I mean, there's really nothing.
Not much of an improvement, really.
It sucks. Like, oh, based on your feedback, it's like, are you sure it's based on our feedback? Because it doesn't seem like you heard anything.
If that was feedback, you know how many people there keep saying, okay, you keep updating your UI, but you are not updating the achievements, like any sort of rewards after that. So that's a part that is messing up.
There's not much feedback going on here. Not much feedback. Because I think, I don't know, if you say keep these down here, you're not a real gamer. If you love seeing ads, I don't know, you must work in the ad industry itself, right? Because I got to tell you right now, I hate ads with a passion. It's gotten to the point where I hate them so much that if I see your ad on principle alone, I won't buy that product. I boycott your ad and your product, you know?
But you would click on it if it was the flower controller.
Nope.
No.
They put that flower control. That's it. Refund my money. How dare you? Because, like, you know, on social media, I follow the things I want to see. I don't need you to give me targeted ads of crap I don't want to see.
Yeah.
Because the targeted doesn't work. Just saying. Right? By the way, guys, speaking of ads, be sure to subscribe. Yeah, shout out to Graphic God. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah. Let's see. Big B Money says he right. I know, right? I love Xbox. I'll be getting big games. I'm all good and happy. So he doesn't care about the Ubisoft. About the UI changes. He doesn't care. He's all about that. Let's see. All right. It's not that serious. It's all right. Yeah, right? It's not really an improvement. Let's see. Graphic God says he hates ads too. Safo says he reports the ads. Glinzer says YouTube ads during the live stream should at least be a split screen, not interrupt. Yeah. What is that service? What do you stream on Twitch? They do a better job of that.
Yeah.
They do a much better job of that.
Yep.
Graphic God says he doesn't even wear clothing with brand logos because he doesn't like wearing a walking billboard. Don't you wear Metallica shirts all the time? Just asking, right? And I know he probably doesn't wear Metallica. I think he's more of a Slayer guy or whatever, but I always tease him with Metallica. Chillwalker, will Axel not buy Fable if they put an ad there saying it's coming in December is the question. Probably don't care enough, but okay. I'm only buying if there's a collector's edition of Fable. Otherwise, I'm Game Passing it. And that's the beauty of Game Pass. It saves me money to buy collector's editions. Yeah. Graphic Gun adds a little, unless you are a metal band. There you go. Shout out to Graphic God. Of course, he did all the art you see here on the podcast. He is awesome. Let's see. I have no idea. Oh, Graphic God is referring to Skid Row, the band. And shout out to 4GQ TV. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you, buddy. All right. So, oh my gosh. So, lots of votes. Oh my gosh. Okay, can we get a tiebreaker vote? I need one more vote, guys. Somebody vote. We need a tiebreaker.
I already voted.
Really?
Yeah, we need a tiebreaker, guys. Come on, somebody vote.
I already voted. Too late.
Come on, chat. One more. There's a poll in the chat. Be sure to vote. We need a tiebreaker. All right, we got a tiebreaker. All right, here we go. I'm going to end the poll right there. Shaddai, what does the chat think about this UI?
I missed it. Oh, there you go. Is this Xbox UI update good or bad? Question mark. 37% said yes, it's an improvement. 31% said, meh, I don't care about UI. Mm-hmm. And 31% says, no, it is pretty useless. Now, it's another tiebreaker. We gotta do a tiebreaker. 31-31. No. Someone needs to be in second place. So this one seems to be pretty divisive in the chat. Some people care, some people don't, some people think it sucks. So I'm in the sucks camp. If I could vote in my own polls, I would have voted it sucks. It's like if you want to compare the UI during the 360 era to now, you could see the difference of the hard work that they done on the 360 compared to now. This is more like here, there, like little snippets. And it's like they're not making so much of an effort.
Bring back the blades. UI.
Love the blades. Yes. It was easy to navigate.
You can have one photo, one blade for advertisement if you want to go there.
Yes. Right? Actually, that actually makes sense.
Yeah, no. The blades, I like the blades like they were fast and snappy. That's the thing I love the most about them.
Yeah.
Right? So that was my favorite part of the blades itself.
It was clean. I love the blades. It was clean.
I like the Metro UI better, which is the current UI. But that's my opinion, right?
I understand you're trying to make it as the same as Windows PCs. It's fine, but it needs to be a little bit better.
All right, so that's enough of that. Let's move it along. Let's see. Sappho says he loves the blades as well. Yes.
The blades.
All right, here we go. Let me change my ticker. All right, let's talk about stealing. Bungie apologizes for stolen artwork in Marathon. Now, if you remember when we first saw the Marathon trailer here on GMX, I loved the art style. I thought the art style was the best part of it. Remember, I said that, right?
Correct. I think we said that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that long ago where I was like, it might suck, but at least the art style is awesome. Right?
For you.
It was.
I thought the art style was awesome. Shadai points out, yes, I did think the art style was awesome. And I had no problem with it. I thought, man, I hope it does great because this art style is great. But turns out that basically all of this game is stolen or plagiarized all the way through. So let's take a look at this article. Now, this comes from Gizmodo, as I found it to be the most complete article of the history of this. So let's read it along here. So, game developer Bungie has hit a snag with its upcoming extraction shooter Marathon. The September-bound game and its creator have come under fire for stealing art originally created by visual and musical artist Anti-Real without credit. How dare they? On Thursday, Anti-Real highlighted the game's recent alpha playtests and noted its environments are covered with assets lifted from poster designs I made in 2017, is what, quote unquote, not me made, he made, okay? To prove her point, she compared several graphics within Marathon that looked similar to her own and contrasted the graphic sheet from the game's press kit with more of her 2017 work. She also noted several Bungie employees, including Joseph Cross, the game's art director, has followed her on social media for years and never had any communication with her. So what is she talking about? So she posted, here she is for Anti-Real, right? This is her. That the Marathon Alpha release and its environments are covered with assets lifted from poster designs I made in 2017. Here it is. Let's see. Xbox zoom in. So you can see that here, Alpha Dark Space, this particular thing is from this poster, literally saying the same thing. Alpha Dark Space Hoolage Logistics. Aleph Dark Space, right? Aleph Dark Space Haulage Logistics. Literally the same poster. The same words, right? Let's go back, right? Any of these graphics look familiar to you? Here? This looks exactly like it, right? And she goes on to say that I don't have the resources nor the energy to spare to pursue these legally, but I have lost count of the number of times a major company has deemed it easier to pay a designer to imitate or steal my work than to write me an email. In 10 years, I've never made a consistent income from this work, and I am tired of designers from huge companies mood boarding and parasiting my designs while I struggle to make a living. Yeah. And here's somebody pointed it out in the future. Here's some more. So here's another image. Look at these pictures here. Ka-chow, right here. Oh, man. So let's see. There was more. There's like someone that did a whole, of course they did a whole thing on it, right? So there is definitely more. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Here's the second poster. Let me save this real quick so that I can show you guys, zoom in and show it to you guys. Give me a second. Here we go. Show it. All right, so let's take a look at this. These arrows. Now, arrows are kind of a little subjective to me, but the style of the arrows. Arrows everywhere. Look where they came from.
Yeah, but she put the little box that they use for the arrow. See what I mean?
Box. Whatever, Shadai.
This is the box.
Look at this. This box right here with the number 28 right here. Right here. Literally. See, like, look. They just inverted it. Ka-chow, right? Again, the little wingding symbols coming out right here. 100% plagiarized. I mean, they didn't even try to change the symbols. 100% plagiarized, in my opinion. Bungie, what are you doing? Well, it turns out that Bungie's doing exactly what they've always been doing. So, in 2021, Destiny Witch Queen trailer, artist involved was Molly. Nature Acclaim used fan art of Zivu Arath in trailer without credit. Credited after mistake noticed.
Wow.
In 2023, Destiny 2 cutscene, Julian Faloyan was the artist. Used near identical fan art in cutscene. Apologized, compensated artist. Every 2 years. Notice. 2 years. Okay. 2024, Destiny 2 Ace of Spades Nerf gun. Tofu Rabbit copy design for Nerf replica. Identical patterns. In contact to compensate and credit. And now in 2025, Marathon Environment Art Anti-Real used 2017 designs in-game without permission, pay, or attribution. No response from Bungie as of May 15th, but that's May 15th. We are now on May 18th.
Only one person didn't get compensated. That is crazy.
2 people so far haven't been compensated.
Yeah.
So far. So it turns out that Bungie is doing what Bungie does.
Jumping up from the bridge. Bungee jumping.
Mm-hmm. Before we go any further, any thoughts there, Fastback, on this? Because this is pretty obvious to me.
Well, I guess it's hard. The former Halo developers, that probably come and gone. They're all had a lot of original stuff, and now you got all these people coming in. And I get it. Social media now is open to everybody, and you can see all this stuff. I get you can be inspired by it and this and that, but it's definitely wrong not to try to reach out to some of these people and like, hey, we really like your art style. We want to use it. Like, and you can still, these artists are under pressure that, they're trying to come up with something original and trying to, complete my deadline. But at least reach out to these other people and get some kind of credit, whatever to see. And then you can still, when you present it to your bosses, like, hey, look, I did some research. This is what I came up with, so-and-so, we're going to give credit. So I don't know. It's ridiculous. It is. I imagine it's a lot of pressure for artists to try to be original. But, we're all inspired by something we see everywhere, right? Multiple companies, form of flattery, right? You copy someone's design, this and that, but yeah, not like this though.
Yeah. So, we'll see what happens here. Shaddai, any initial thoughts on this before we move any further?
Real quick. Oh, that Xbox created trophies first, right?
You mean achievements?
Yeah, the achievement. Then PlayStation did it. Is that plagiarizing? Because they're copying the same thing.
But at least they did trophies. They didn't just say do achievements with the same pop-ups and everything. I mean, it's totally different.
But see what I mean? This is different because
and
it's the whole thing.
This is different because they literally used her logo, Anti-Real, right here on the game. Yeah, it's not like when PlayStation made trophies that they used the Xbox symbol.
The reason why I said that is because companies love to copy one another. That's the main thing about this. But on this part, it's really bad. I don't know what is going on with Bungie.
That's what it is.
No, they're freaking lazy. I can't believe it. No wonder Microsoft doesn't want to deal with Bungie when Bungie wanted it to be like. I remember when they were trying to look for studios, and a lot of people was like, "They should get Bungie," and no wonder Microsoft was like, "Nope," because they knew they're really dirty. So pretty much,
I think, I really feel like Microsoft dodged the bullet, literally, on this.
No, but that's what I'm saying because I remember they didn't want it to when they left after Halo Reach. They didn't want it to know anything about Microsoft until they went to Activision. And now look at this. Now, like you said, they really dodged a bullet. Right? They really did. It's that Destiny bullet.
Right.
That's bad.
It's bad. Let's check it with the chat before we move forward with this. Shout out to Freddie Fox. I didn't see you earlier, but thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. We have Andrew Wilkins. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. Big B Money says Bungie is very bad. DE is saying I'm voting stolen. Yeah. There is a poll in the chat. Let me know if you think if this is plagiarized. Heavily inspired. Yes, some assets are in there 1-for-1, but the original artists can't claim character mode. That's an 80 computers thing. Yeah. Let's see. Bungie starting the Master Theft Collection appears stealing was their destiny. Oh, but that was awesome, Glitzer. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. Yeah, Big B Money says they did her dirty. Absolutely, they did. Sony's going to court. I don't see this going to court. I think they'll come to a deal. But if they don't come to a deal, they might go to court. But then nobody wins because they'll just remove all the assets. Shout out to RWK88. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. Yeah, and they are still taking her idea no matter what. Yeah. There was a tweet I saw where one of them wasn't actually compensated. Oh, so one of these fellows here, even though they were supposed to be compensated, wasn't, huh? Interesting fact. DE doesn't think it's really that bad because once you see things in monochrome, is it really like that unique? Meh. There you go. Big B Bunny says Sony just copy and take people's idea in Sony. Yeah, I mean, they do copy a lot. I'm just going to say they do copy a lot. They don't innovate that much.
So
if I'm being honest with you.
Bungie's gotten worse since they've been for Sony then, I guess.
That's right. So Bungie has been infected by Sony now. The innovation has stopped and copying has started. Yeah. Let's see. And coming up next, we're going to talk about this, Sappho. I can't believe Bungie has the audacity to blame this on one person out of 100 people. Someone signed off on this, so they have one person designing all their artwork. Seriously? Agreed on that one. Let's see. Bungie has admitted it, so if I were a lawyer, I would be the negotiator settlement. Yeah, once you admit it, you're in the settlement stage, yeah. Doggy Dog says, game was going to be a nothing burger anyway. Oh, I still want to be compensated for my nothing burger. Doggy, I don't care.
That's why she's not suing. She ain't going to get no money.
That's right.
They're
probably going to be like, we'll give you a penny out of every copy sold. And she's like, hell, I'm not getting any money off of that.
Remember, she says she doesn't know because, she doesn't have the money to, for companies like that.
Yeah. It says, Bungie's so good at stealing, they should work for the government. Oh, there you go. Let's see. So, yeah, assets stolen. So, let's continue on with the story, shall we? Let me go back to my story. Here we go. And this is the thing I showed you. All right. So she said, of course, Bungie is not, of course, obligated to hire me without making a game that draws overwhelmingly from the same design language as I have refined for the last decade, she wrote. But clearly my work was good enough to pillage for ideas and plaster all over the game without pay or attribution. On Thursday night, after immediate investigation, Bungie stated that a former artist included Anti-Real's work in a texture sheet that was ultimately used in-game. This issue was not unknown by our existing art team, and we are still reviewing how this oversight occurred. We've reached out to Anti-Real to discuss this issue and are committed to doing right by the artist, according to them. Right, so they did post that tweet out, right? Let me see if I can see it here. Yep, Marathon Dev Team, right? There it is. So they did tweet it out. And as a matter of policy, we do not use the work of artists without their permission. Press X for doubt. To prevent similar issues in the future, we are conducting a thorough review of our in-game assets, specifically those done by the former Bungie artists, and implementing stricter checks to document all artists' contribution. Yeah, sure. This is like the biggest cop-out in the world. Like, it was one person that no longer works here. Our hands are clean.
Just blame it on AI. Oh, we use Chat GPT, and that's what it came up with.
Yeah. We value the creativity and dedication of all artists who contribute to our games, and we're committed to doing right by them. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. Yeah, they value it. They value it, guys. They value it. Just putting this out. They valued it since 2021. Just saying. I feel like Bungie's like, just put it on there. They won't notice. This is a nobody, right? So they blame a single dev that's no longer there, that's been fired already. So nothing's going to change, right? But again, on the bright side, at least they don't deny it, right? So they don't deny it on the bright side. What do you think? What do you think, Fastback? They're blaming one artist that no longer works with them. What do you think about that cop-out? I think that's a cop-out, personally.
Yeah, that's a PR move. I mean, when stuff like this happens, mistakes, someone's going to take the fall, and Bungie's not taking it,
Yeah.
So,
yeah, nobody's taking the fall. Are you kidding me? Admitting you did something wrong is not in corporate. It's not in corporate speak. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's low. I think that's a cop out personally. Who knows if that statement's even true personally. So yeah. And they'd be like, oh, a former Bungie employee. They probably were fired like 5 minutes after this tweeted out.
But like they said, someone said in chat, what about the person above them? Whoever bought off, signed off on. Oh yeah, that looks good. All right, check.
Yeah, that's actually on here, right? Like,
yeah,
right here, right? Like, let's go over it. Blah blah blah. By an artist include decal. Where did I see it? Where did I see it? I saw it somewhere. And we ultimately individually authorized use of decal and confirm former Bungie artists. These in a texture sheet that was ultimately used in the game. So somebody submitted the texture sheet.
Yeah.
Somebody looked at it. So probably a boss looked at this texture sheet and goes, "That looks good. Use it."
Yeah.
Right. Somebody signed off on it. Somebody signed off on it. Should I? Give me your 2 cents, buddy.
Yeah, they waited for what? For 4 years. Like, well, nobody noticed. You know what I mean? It has been 4 years, so I know they're not gonna pay attention to it. And look at now, like you guys just copy me. It's like we already saw the dates. We already saw the dates on how many people they stole it, and they're always a Bungie and former employee. You know what? Let me draw something, and I bet they're gonna say, yeah, he used to be a former Bungie too, because they don't want to compensate me. That's lame. I don't want to hear that. They like to do the waiting game to see if nobody's gonna catch on that after so many years have passed.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, the bright part about this is they're not denying it. They're not saying like, "Oh, they never designed this. We designed this. She stole from us." They're not pulling that whole crap. So on the bright side to this, there's always got to be you got to always look on the bright side. At least they're admitting it. Whether the person will be fairly compensated is up to her. I have no say so on whether the compensation is fair or not. That's going to be between her and Bungie. But this seems to be happening a lot, Bungie. I'm just saying it's happening a lot. Well, 2021, skip a year, and then since 2023, something has happened.
Yeah,
your process sucks. Like you gotta do something about it. That's all I got to say.
The game. So I mean, the game hasn't really been getting good, reviews or good feedback from people online. If they would at least reach out to this artist and do, come up to an agreement, some kind of, compensation, so that this artist can come back on social media and say, you know what, Bungie has reached out to me. They, corrected this and that. I'm happy. And, hey, go play the game, something to help bring some good optics to the game. Because right now it's not looking good for the game.
Yeah. And she did post that, thanking everybody. She did have a fundraiser for a legal team going on, and people have been supporting her a lot. So hopefully things are going well for her on that front, and she gets proper representation so that she can get, properly compensated, all things considered, right?
Yeah.
So that's all that we can hope for. Of course, well, we know what that is. Most of these settlements happen in private. So yeah, most of these things happen in private.
There you go. Here's your money. Sign this NDA. You never hear your same again.
Yeah, and I mean, lots of other stuff has been said. We're not going to cover every little thing because it's blown into a drama, including DualShockers. The website DualShockers said certain things about her that she never actually said. So she's being misquoted as well, and she called DualShockers out on it. So yeah, so we'll see what happens, right? So it's not just this, it's other stuff, but it says that lots of people have donated to her and that she's overwhelmed by the response, so all that good stuff. So at least she's getting the support from this. And Bungie is trying to do right after they did wrong, which I guess is a W, right? So let's see.
But you know what? But you know what though? Then there is one that said they remove breaking news. They remove all assets so they could start from scratch. So it will not release on September. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I've seen that one, but it turned out it's just an opinion.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Right. So let's see. Shout out to Back from the Dead. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. Sappho says the Bungie purchase has been a complete disaster for Sony. If they haven't named this person, they could be lying. Or like I said, that person could have been fired after they said this and like, oh yeah, former employee. You never know, right?
Yeah, they're not going to put that person's name up.
Yeah, they're not going to put that stuff up, and they shouldn't put that person's name up, in my opinion. But that person's probably blacklisted from Sony, so that person just lost all their stuff. Oh my gosh, the chat is going crazy. 73 chats. I'm not going to be able to catch up to you guys. Glitzer says Bungie's favorite anime character is Lupin the Third.
Oh god, jeez.
That's funny. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys. You guys, the chat. You guys are all amazing. Let's see. Let's see. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. It's repeating a lot of chats. I'm sorry, guys. Every now and again this thing repeats all the chats, and I got to scroll all the way to the bottom. Okay. Yeah. So looks like Lupin the Third was a great one. Yeah, and somebody had to approve all this, so we'll see what happens. Anyways, let's keep it moving, right? So again, this is why I went to Gizmodo, because they had the most complete report. Instead of pulling up 18 articles, I like this one, right? So during Friday's live stream, so this happened on the 15th, right? The 15th was Thursday in the morning. This happened Thursday in the morning. So Friday, there was a live stream, an alpha live stream of Marathon. Everybody thought it was going to be canceled, right? During the Friday live stream, Cross, explained the former employee placed anti-reels art without permission or acknowledgement in a decal sheet checked back in 2020. He then issued an apology to Anti-Reels, saying there was no excuse for this oversight. I know how unfair this feels, and we're doing everything we can to make this right with her. Her work is fantastic, and we clearly share a mutual appreciation for a specific genre of graphic design. All right, so without further ado, let's hear it in its entirety, shall we? Let me share this instead. Here we go. By the way, I do love this art style. I always said this art style was great. Okay.
Elements from a graphic designer.
Oh my gosh, it's so quiet.
Or acknowledgement.
Can you guys hear this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And place them on a
go away, little post. I don't care.
Came to our attention that an artist who worked on Marathon elements from a graphic designer without permission or acknowledgement, and placed them on a decal sheet that was then checked in 2020. The decal sheet included icons and text elements. These elements ended up in our alpha build, and there's absolutely no excuse for this oversight, and we are working on and 100% committed to our review process to ensure instances like this don't happen again on Marathon or at Bungie. A few of the things that we've done over the last 24 hours and what we're doing to shore up the review process are...
Can you guys hear this? Because it's really quiet on my end.
I can hear it.
Yeah, I could hear it.
Oh my gosh, I have the volume all the way up and it's still super quiet. I apologize, chat.
As follows. We've reached out to Anti-Real, the artist in question, and followed up to ensure that we do right by this artist. We're auditing all of the previous work by the artist, the internal artist, including the environment decals already in the build, which is part of why we're delaying some of the content we're going to show today. And we're committed to removing anything that is questionably or inappropriately sourced. We're doing a very broad decal audit, and if we locate any other details or elements, we'll make sure that those are eliminated, recreated in-house for sure. Hundreds of artists have worked on this project for years, internally and externally, and we share many influences, including modernism, Swiss typography, 2000s style vector art, cyberpunk, and of course the original Marathon trilogy. Our style is a result of all of those inspirations. And it's also worth noting that none of our external partners who've worked on branding or any part of the visual design of our game were involved with this situation. And lastly, personally, I have a huge amount of respect an admiration for artists working independently, and producing, and making a living doing commercial or fine art. And we've worked with many of them. It's one of my favorite parts of the job is to make those connections and create content and collaborate. And so to that extent, I want to send my personal apology to Anti-Real, whose work was used in this case. And I know how unfair this feels, and we're doing everything we can to make this right with her. Her work is fantastic, and we clearly share mutual appreciation for a specific genre of graphic design, and it's very exciting, and I'm excited to have folded that into our style in general. So thanks for listening, and thanks for your patience.
There you go. All right. So that's the apology. Let me lower my volume down on my headset a little. Okay. So that's the apology. First off, you can tell this guy, look at the bags under his eye. This poor guy's been up all night, man, dealing with this.
He was crying. He was crying. No, it's not. He was crying. My art. No, my art.
And I got to do this. I didn't do it. I didn't approve this.
I wasn't me who stole this one. I got to read this. Yeah, no. So first off, you can tell he's been up all night, probably talking to Sony in Japan and all this stuff, right? Getting yelled at. Sony in Japan was probably like, shame on you, shame on your cow, shame on your family, all this stuff, right? He's probably been getting he's been in the hot seat for over 24 hours. So first off, I feel bad for him because people are still people, right? And you can just tell he's been up and his eyes are bloodshot. Poor guy, right? And it sucks when you have to deal with this due to nefarious employees or employee incompetence. It happens. I work in a corporate structure. It happens.
Yeah.
Where you just don't get any sleep, right? It happens. And so feel bad for him. But the apology because he uses the word a lot, right? Typically, people in leadership positions don't say the word a lot. It's seen as indecisiveness or inability to think in corporate structure. So you can tell he's tired. Poor guy can barely think. Right? And we're also reviewing everything else. It seems sincere. So the art team at Marathon Bungie is working overtime right now. All their weekends are gone. Everybody's weekend is canceled.
Yeah, this is going to be overtime to review that. That's another bag on top of more bags.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so I don't feel... I'm not going to tease this guy because I feel for him, right? He is obviously gone through the ringer due to this issue, right? So, yeah. What do you think, Fastback, about the apology? Did it seem sincere to you? What do you think?
Well, it seemed like, like he had no choice. He had to do it because of being out on social media and optics. He had to, whether you liked it or not. And what's sad, too, is that if the game does not do well, it's all for nothing. So,
yeah. I like Bungie a lot. They obviously created my favorite franchise in Halo. I thought Destiny was fun, but I just didn't want to keep paying for DLC.
Yeah, same.
So I got out of it, right? But overall, Bungie shooters are some of the best feeling shooters in the world, in my opinion. So I don't want them to fail. I'm not over here saying, I hope Bungie goes out of business. No, I don't, because I think they have great stuff. And I hope Marathon is a success. I don't know if I'm going to play it as I'm not into PvP anymore, but I like the art style. I said that a long time ago. I think the art style looks great.
Okay, we are humans. We make a lot of mistakes and all that. But as a company, when it comes to those situations, you have to review what are you going to be dealing with. This is one of those that they didn't review anything. They just, like you say, here's a paper. Oh, you know what? It's fine. Here you go. A bland, a blank color character that doesn't have any feelings. Look, it looks horrible.
Really? I think this looks awesome.
It's bland. It is bland.
Do you think it looks bland, Fastback?
No, to me, it's different from other shooters or just different.
It's kind of like a weird cell shading that they're using. I like it.
That is like Starfield, but in colors.
It's like cell shading without the thick outlines. I think it looks awesome.
That's Starfield. It's just in colors.
Oh, whatever. Starfield looks
That's what it is.
This art style is nothing like Starfield. Trust me.
Doesn't it look like a station, like your first station? That's what it looks like. But you know what? Let's put some neon colors. That's pretty much.
I don't know where you played Starfield, but that doesn't look like
So
it.
now you're saying they stole from Starfield now.
Unbelievable, should I? The accusations are unreal.
Hey, it might be Merrifield. You know what I mean? You know, you don't know. But see, look, it look like Starfield in colors.
It does not look like Starfield, bro.
Well, go back to Axel. Go back to Starfield. You'll.
Out of all of us here, I guarantee you, I have played Starfield more than anybody. Out of every panel member that has been on the show since Starfield launch and every guest, I guarantee I've played more than all of you combined.
No, okay? I know you have. I
played a lot.
No, but no, it should have been, reviewed. It's already been back to back. It's like they're sorry to say it like that, but they're like masochists. Like they never learn. They keep doing it. Watch 2 more years. There's another person like copy this. They're not reviewing a lot of the things. They're just letting it pass. But I agree. It's fine. They say okay, but it's not. It feels like Fastback said, well, I'm sorry. Okay, done. Okay, let's go back to work. It's like, it's not sincere. He has to because he has to.
Yeah, he was chosen to it, but I feel like it was a bit like the apology sounded sincere. Like it didn't feel like it was written by AI. Just being honest, right?
Well, he does sound like an AI. Well, I'm sorry. And he just like no feeling. The same thing as Marathon. He doesn't have any feelings. It's bland. No life. No nothing.
No, to me, it seems pretty good to me.
Well, when he says, I really appreciate artists and I respect them, but it's like, but they didn't respect this artist. They didn't go in and verify the graphic sheets, and then said, "Hey, where did we get this from?" So they weren't thorough enough to catch it before.
Yeah, they got work to do. That's for sure. They definitely have work to do on this. That is no lie on that one. So that was the apology. I personally think. Let's see. The feedback to the apology is hold on. Funny how this has become habitual for Bungie now. Also, the stolen assets were used from a decal sheet from 2020. Somebody wrote the review process equals try harder not to get caught.
Yeah.
And somebody also wrote it's always a former employee. Oh, there you go.
It's true. Yeah. But it's true.
Let's see how the chat feels, right? Let me see. Let me go back. Oh my gosh, lots of stuff. Let's see.
See, even D Money said that got that from Starfield. I told you.
That is not Starfield, man.
Yeah, I told you.
I'm telling you, it's not.
Merrifield. I'm telling you, it's Merrifield.
Let's see. So shout out to Greatness Awaits. Thank you so much for being here. You says that Marathon was originally pitched by higher up good old boy Bungie leadership as far back as 5 years ago. Des were telling them what it would and wouldn't work, and they're often ignored. You're worth 3.4 billion, right? So there you go.
Yeah, but how long was that? Like 4 years before.
Call it Raiders of Others art work.
Yeah.
So the Raiders of the Lost art.
Raiders of other assets. Yeah. Let's see. Let me see what else we got real quick. They got that from Starfield. Whatever. That's not the same as Starfield.
Yeah, I told you they got that from Starfield. It's the same thing, just different art style. It's the same thing. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a jetpack and it's gonna be exactly like Starfield.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So DE asked, did Anti-Real make the guns and stuff? No, she made. So what they're using is icons and text that clearly came from her posters. So even though she may not have designed the whole gun, parts of the gun or parts of the outfits or parts of the environment come from her art, which is this cyberpunk aesthetic kind of art. Right? Shout out to Frost. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Said they're probably only sorry because they got caught. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's see. And everybody's saying that the stream is buffering like crazy. Yeah, it seems to me like once it hits the 2-hour mark, we start to buffer insanely. Anything else to say about this fastback?
No, I mean, we'll see. We'll see when this game comes. I mean, I'm interested in playing it, and I like the whole PvE part of it. So I'm not a PvP player much, really. So
yeah, I'm too old to do PvP. Yeah, I am. I'm with you. What about you, Shaddai? Anything else to say about this?
Well, the Starfield multiplayer is not that bad.
Oh my god! All right, but we had a poll. Shaddai, what did the chat think about this?
Okay, did Bungie plagiarize Unreal art? 100% say yes. 100%.
Dang. Wow. All right. Don't take this to court, Bungie. You will lose.
100% say what plagiarism. No, I'm kidding. 0% say what plagiarism. And 0% said no, it's online, so it's fair use.
So there you go. There it is. That is the way it goes, and that is
court of public opinion. They are guilty.
Yeah. I don't know how Bungie can win this if they take it to court. So there you go. They apologize for stolen artwork in Marathon. Anybody want to talk about anything else? Because that's all the topics I had for today.
No, actually, there's none.
And the reason we can talk about this is because it's also coming to Xbox. So, So there you go. Anything you want to talk about, Fastback?
No, it's good. I'm happy. You invited me on. I really appreciate it. It's been fun. So
yeah, Fastback, tell the chat where they can find you if you even want them to find you.
Well, you can find me on Xbox. Fastback 6768. Maybe one day on PlayStation, same number. And don't ask me for my Nintendo account. That's too long. It's still Fastback, but as far as the name. Once in a while, you might find me on Retro Renegades. If I ever jump on there, I always chat with the guys though. And then of course here, you see me here on Good Morning Xbox in the chat, and maybe once in a while jump on the panel.
Absolutely, and shout out to Fastback for jumping in and being our guest. I appreciate that, Fastback. Thank you so much. But with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for today's stream. But of course, we wouldn't be able to do this without you guys, the chat. And that's why you guys, the chat, will always be the MVP to all of the shows here on the Iconic Video Games channel. And with that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm Axel1324.
I am Eternal Shaddai.
And we will catch you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Great rest of your day, everybody.
Thank you, Deadback.